Share-a-thon, successful share-a-thon. Now, this morning on the air, I was making mention that we had $4,049,000. That was the latest thing we saw on the screen. There's a little glitch in our software for people that were going online. The money came in, all the information secure, but it didn't log the last half day. So we did $4,200,000.
Amen.
Our spring share-a-thon. We
Yes.
just can't say thank you enough. We know these times with the way prices are, most of those gifts were a sacrifice for
Amen.
people. Thank
That's
you.
right.
Amen.
So I just to make sure folks understand, you did emphasize all the information was secure. It just didn't log it in our Share-a-thon Central.
It didn't
so we
record
didn't know about
That's right. That's the only, your credit card number, all the information. Nobody saw anything, but where it transferred over to our screen,
Right.
it hit a little glitch, and it didn't report the last half day of Share-a-thon.
And what's a glitch exactly in the computer world?
Well,
AJ,
the-
can you explain that to us?
Yeah, it's an original Hebrew word, glitch. It's going to take a minute. If you guys have brought your sack
Glitch.
lunch, pull up a chair here. We'll talk about
Glitch is just the word for computer geeks that covers a whole variety of things that non-computer people will accept as an answer.
And
Yes.
then they say reboot it, and you go, you mean we went through all that, and three of you
And that-
guys had to stand around, and all you did is reboot it, and now it's back going again. I wish
Yep.
I'd thought to do that.
Turn it off, turn it on.
Yeah.
And I have also another thing I've noticed
Right.
since my son has worked in IT for
Right.
a long time, since he got out of college, is that word glitch also doesn't tell the rest of us whose fault it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
That is true.
Oh, it was a glitch.
It's a glitch.
Well, a glitch. Okay.
Just, random. It could have happened to anybody.
That's right.
Glitch. Everybody, a glitch just pops up.
Yep.
All right, Trivia Friday is on American Family Radio. We're going to ask questions, 3 questions each. Now, today is not first-time callers only, but it is you're welcome to call and be on the air with us if you haven't been on the air in the last 8 weeks. So the reason we do this is we just want to give as many new people an opportunity to be on the program as possible. What is the phone number if people qualify for that? And you have to be 11 years old and older.
Right. The number is 888
888
589
589
8840.
8840.
That number again, 888
888.
589 8840.
Not available in Montana.
That's right. Not available in
Got that
Montana.
from JJ. Not available in Montana.
Yep. You have to say
gotta
it quickly.
yeah.
And then every once in a while, you can list some of the potential side effects of tuning in here on the program.
All the medicines that are promoted on TV, they got 10 seconds of what it can do for you, and then 50 seconds
right.
of how it can kill you.
Hey, look, we're having a little fun already early in the program, but I just saw a thing where the fastest way, the quickest way to burn the most calories, walk into a spider web.
That's true.
And you could probably invent a new bread dance while you're at
Yeah,
it.
it's good cardio.
Yes,
there.
it is.
All right, and we have a mystery question. And if you answer the mystery question, you're going to hear this sound. Yes, the
Beloved cow
bell
bet.
shall ring, and all the world will know. You won yourself an AFR stainless steel travel mug. My little tricks are getting old. For those watching on the internet on Facebook Live for today's issues or AFA streaming.afa.net, I am about to, or YouTube, today's issues, I'm about to demonstrate how to put the AFR stainless steel travel mug on your head and I'm doing it right now.
This
Do
is
the finger gun.
finger guns.
I need a new trick though, don't I? This is like I am an old dog.
Yeah,
and
you
this
know,
is,
it's okay. I
it
think
okay?
You need something new.
because I'm showing
there it
my
goes.
skill.
Oh.
I don't know if this is an Olympic sport.
But it should be.
It
should
will be because they've added some odd things for Olympic sports. I can't remember the list of things that I've
Yeah,
thought.
I saw
Wait,
it
you
last
mean
year, the one where someone carries an egg.
With a spoon?
on a spoon.
What?
No,
I
I'm
said,
just kidding.
what?
No, but there are some really bizarre things instead of the legitimate sports.
Is that the Waffle House walk?
A Waffle House walk.
Ladies and gentlemen.
But enough about curling. Let's get back to our other questions.
And the favorite here in the Waffle House walk is
Waffle
from Angola.
House walk. From Angola. This year's winner, the 2024 Waffle House walk.
All right, go ahead, Ed.
All right, here are my 3 questions.
Bring it.
By the way, you'll probably over the next week or two hear a bunch of sports questions because I hit the jackpot, and so got a bunch of questions. So I'll be tossing a lot of those in. Here's the first one.
All right.
In what sport is accomplishing a turkey considered a good thing? In what sport is accomplishing a turkey considered a good thing?
Besides turkey hunting.
Yes. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Duly
I say
noted.
accomplishing
Yeah.
it. This is okay.
Yeah. This is accomplishing, kind of like when you
A hat trick in
That's right.
ice hockey.
in ice hockey. Very good.
Right.
You're
Wow, ice hockey from
Yeah.
Tim Wildman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Have you been coaching him?
No. He'll every once in a while tell me, "Hey, I watched some of the game last night," and I
just,
keep telling him, "You keep
Right.
fishing on that riverbank, you may fall in."
you
all
might
right.
find yourself a turkey.
Second question. It is actually a hockey question.
Yeah.
In what National Hockey League city
Mm-hmm.
do the fans throw octopuses on the ice when their team wins a playoff game? Now, by the way, octopuses or octopi,
like after
either
3
way.
beers or
No.
before.
I don't know. I don't know how many beers, but they come prepared. In
Good.
what National Hockey League city do the fans throw octopuses on the ice
Wow.
when their team wins a playoff game?
So Friday night, a lot of people were going out to eat. This couple said they go to the seafood place, and the husband said he liked to order octopus. But the waiter said, well, it takes 4 hours to cook. He said, 4 hours? Why so long? He said, well, they keep reaching out and turning off the stove. one of those arms.
That's funny. That's 2 good ones, man. I'm telling you.
I'm warming up for next week. I'm
Yeah.
going to be in Salina,
Bada boom.
Kansas on Thursday night.
All right, third question. The American game of baseball is the national sport of Japan. Is that true or false? The American game of baseball is the national sport of Japan. Is that true or false?
Here's what I've got. First question, what U.S. president was known as the father of the Constitution? What U.S. president was known as the father of the Constitution? Second question, Kelvin, Pratt, and Windsor are types of what? Now, they got you the money you deserve, didn't they, Tim?
They sure did.
The law firm, Kelvin, Pratt, and Windsor.
Windsor.
Kelvin, Pratt, and Windsor are types of what? Then third question, true or false? The word chimichanga, a deep-fried burrito common in southwestern cuisine, the word chimichanga is Spanish for thingamajig. Is that true or false? The word chimichanga is Spanish for thingamajig.
All right. All right. My question
Let's
is
see.
the Masters golf tournament is going on now. This is day 2. The famous golf tournament in Augusta, Georgia. Okay, so there have only been 3 people in history who've won the Masters golf tournament 4 times or more. Who are they?
Oh,
Quite an
good question.
accomplishment.
Who are they? Number 2 question. There is a common expression. There is a common expression or saying that uses something farmers do to express taking advantage of an opportunity. What is that expression? Do you understand the question? That would be
I
it.
think we can get there. Say
Okay.
it again more slowly.
There is a common saying that uses something farmers do to express taking advantage of opportunity. What is that expression?
Good.
What is that saying? You got that question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, all right. This next question is an American geographical question, which I have quite often. These 3 states, Alaska, Texas, and California, are the 3 largest states in the U.S. by land mass. I want to know what the 4th one is.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
good.
Good.
Who's next in line? What's the next largest state in terms of land mass after Alaska, Texas, and California? Alaska is kind of like big as the moon.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
But not as
it's
much
like
cheese.
no.
Or gas, according
Yeah,
to
Right.
one of the Congress.
All right, there you go. There are my
All
questions.
right,
let's go.
do it. Let's
All
go.
right. By the way, I do need to give a tip of the hat for my
of the hat.
octopus question to Jan. Her and her husband were here at Sherathon, and she's the one who gave me the idea for that question. So tip of the hat to you, Jen, if you're listening. All right, let's go to Kansas first, and Kurt is on the line. Kurt, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
Hey, we're doing good, Kurt. Thanks for calling. Where do you live in Kansas?
Topeka.
Okay.
Nice area.
JJ's going to be in Salina here in a few. When is
Next Thursday night. The Pregnancy Service Center, James and the team there. It's a banquet at the Hilton Garden Inn. I think it's all full, but we appreciate prayers.
that? All right. That's like mentioning a sold-out concert.
Right.
I'm going to go, but nobody else can.
Well, you know what you can do? People get on the waiting list, and a lot of times, somebody will have a flat.
Is there standing room?
Maybe.
Standing room
Yeah,
only?
I have
Watch
had
everybody
them
else
say,
eat and-
you can't eat, but you can come for the program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Kurt. Ask, answer, or both.
I just want to answer.
Which one?
I'm not a big sports fan, but I'm gonna do the first one you asked about the turkey.
Okay, here's the question, Kurt. In what sport is accomplishing a turkey considered a good thing?
That would be bowling.
That is true.
What? Bowling?
Three strikes in a row is called a turkey.
I've never heard of that.
How did you know that, Kurt?
Well, I just have heard that, but I've never had a turkey. I've never had that. I'm not good
Well,
at bowling.
the backstory, as far as I could find out when I always double check these, was that early in the century, three if you got three strikes in a row, you won a turkey. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's
Well,
the
that
explanation.
would make Ben Franklin happy
Yeah.
because he wanted our state bird to be a turkey,
National bird.
national bird.
Yeah.
And he was he got his feathers ruffled when they went with the eagle.
So way to go, Kurt.
Yeah,
so
nicely done. Way to start us
so
out,
a
buddy.
turkey, if you get three strikes in a row in bowling, your friends there will high five you and say "good turkey."
Yeah, kind of like getting an eagle in golf or something.
Yeah,
Got it.
30.
I'm good at getting the gutter balls. I'm good at gutter balls.
Yeah,
Gutter
what about
balls.
3 gutter balls in a row?
Yeah.
That ought to be for something. Hey, Kurt, what's your question for us?
I don't have one.
Okay, have a good weekend, buddy, and thank you for
Kurt.
listening to AFR.
Amen.
Great way to start us out.
Absolutely. All right, we go to Arkansas, and DB is on the line. DB, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, DB. Where do you live in Arkansas?
Oh, about halfway between Hot Springs and the Oklahoma line, west of Hot Springs.
Okay.
Little town called Black Springs.
Okay. I've never been west of. I've been to Hot Springs a couple times, but I've never been west of there, except for like going to Texarkana. Or so you live out in the sticks.
Pretty much.
But you do have a Dollar General.
Nearby,
Yeah.
somewhere nearby.
Sure.
All right. Well, listen. Ask, answer, or both.
We'll go with both.
Okay. Which one do you want to answer?
Let's try the Constitution question.
Okay.
Okay.
AJ, that's yours.
Yeah. What U.S. president was known as the father of the Constitution?
I believe that would be Thomas Jefferson.
No.
Oh, it's not. Now,
nope.
there's
Yeah, that's according to what I've got here. Yeah, it's a different person. That was what I
I was
thought.
about to clap for you.
No, when I clicked on the answer, I said, "Well, I blurted that out myself." But no, it's somebody else known as the
Revisionist
father
history
of the Constitution.
going on. JJ fell for it.
Hey, what's your question for us?
Well, I started out with one, but I'm going to change. The question is, this. Excuse me, I got some cows. trying to
Hello?
talk to me.
You got what was that noise?
He just got 3 strikes in a row.
Yeah,
I hear
sounded like a
I
turkey.
hear the turkey.
I got some cows that I'm checking on, and they're trying to talk to me.
Well, that was an odd sound, though. That was.
Yeah.
Is that what they do?
Well, when they're looking for their calves, they make a different sound than just a regular moo.
That's right.
You sure enough are out in the pasture.
Watch,
Sure.
careful where you're walking,
DB,
DB.
we didn't put.
DB, Hey, DB, let me talk to him for just a minute. Hold that phone up there.
Jay just got a cow call going on there.
I can bring him up to the fence.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Call-
well, anyway,
call
where
me back.
were we?
Hey,
He's got a question
you got a
for us,
question
right?
for us.
Okay, y'all may have heard that this year, in a couple of months, the 17-year cicada and the 13-year cicada are hatching out at the same time.
Yes.
Who was the president the last time this occurred?
My wife and kids have been talking about this phenomenon and how noisy that's going to be, and they actually said, it hasn't happened back since so-and-so was president, but I only halfway pay attention.
This is
Wait, hey, can you tell us what year that was, and I'll tell you. Just try. It's worth a shot.
it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
I'm just
Hey,
I'm just looking forward to it because
that
that's
worked.
going to be some good eating.
That worked when you were in summer school.
That's right. Yeah. I'll talk about that later.
All right,
right.
I'm going to say
I'm going to say Franklin Roosevelt.
no, it was before that. I'm going to say,
Really?
yeah, I mean, it was way back. I'm going to say Thomas Jefferson.
Wow, that far. I'm going to say Woodrow Wilson. So we got FDR, Woodrow Wilson, and Thomas Jefferson, DB. Any of us close?
Thomas Jefferson, 221 years ago.
Wow.
It was that long?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
those
Joe,
guys-
Joe Biden was asked about that yesterday and said he was there.
I was basically raised by cicadas.
Oh, that's a fist bump right
So
there.
that go all the way back to
Yes.
Thomas Jefferson, when the last time that happened.
with both of them, 13 years.
Both
same
at the
time.
same time. And
17.
see, about 5 years ago,
Are they
Our-
rivals?
in our neighborhood, we heard like, who has got a generator on that's been on for 3 days straight now, night and day, and they won't turn it off. Just that low hum in our neighborhood, and then you started hearing everybody saying, "Man, this is about to make me go crazy," and it was the cicadas. Do you guys remember that in the where we
don't.
Yeah,
live
they were.
5
You
or
know,
6
it
years
was
ago?
they were a rival band of the Beatles back in the
The
60s.
cicadas.
The cicadas, and they just never could get over the hump. So
Yeah,
to
well,
speak.
Yeah.
And so
Hey, thanks, buddy. Have a great weekend, DB.
then came the monkeys.
the monkeys.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Has to be
And
an animal
cicadas
name
were
or
just
you're not
kind of
gonna
left
make
in the
it.
dustbin of musical history.
Really, as they should have been with
Yeah.
a name like that. That's,
Right.
Now,
were
was
they
he? When is this going to happen? Is
It's-
it happening
it's-
right now?
This
Yeah,
summer.
Yeah, it's
This
gonna happen.
summer.
That's right.
What?
And
What?
it's going to be
Do you think people will travel long distances to listen to them?
yeah. That's
Stare at
Huh?
the sun.
Right.
Stare down in the ground.
look. You guys are
Put glasses on. Act like fools. I'm sorry. Am I judging?
Listen,
better go back
there's a
to
lot
the
of
callers.
people making that judgment.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying.
hey,
uh,
a little
folks went crazy over that.
human interest story. A teacher, 46 years ago, a science teacher to his middle school. He said, "Mark, April the 8th, whatever it was, 2024. Mark that on a calendar. This total eclipse is going to happen." And he said, "Let's all meet together and celebrate." This was 46 years ago. It's New York. And then he was surprised, whatever day the eclipse was, and
Yeah.
a couple of his former students showed up with lawn chairs and refreshments, and then more and more trickled in. 100 of his former middle school kids.
What?
They were on his lawn to watch that. You think that the teacher doesn't make it a difference in people's lives? He must have been a fun, very gifted.
That was in New York.
Yeah, New York, but a middle school science teacher. Can
Wow.
you imagine to some kids, mark
Yeah.
this date, 46 years from now, let's all meet together.
Right.
I don't even remember what my wife told me yesterday, let alone what
Yeah.
my science teacher in 8th grade.
Well,
told
and
me.
that's the power of a teacher, how they shape your worldview and values and,
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go all as far as like putting them in a big basket. Everybody's good.
but there's no bitterness there for the Timmy who went to summer
Little
school.
Timmy.
Little Timmy who had to go to summer school.
I
one
did have to
summer.
go to summer
Everybody
school.
else was playing ball, and they came by and they were
For algebra.
pecking on the glass.
That was-
and
Yeah.
going,
My
hey, what time
science
do you get out of
teacher-
there? What
Well,
time?
no,
Can you
that
tunnel?
did happen. I
know
did go
you
to,
did.
and I'm not.
You're owning it.
I'm owning it. I had to go to summer school for high school algebra, and so out. It was summer school, so you could see out the windows, and my buddies were riding by.
Yes, they were.
On purpose, just to.
Yeah,
just
they
to-
were. They were riding by, waving at me, or calling out my name
Hey,
out the
Tim,
window.
let's go swimming.
Right.
Well, that's
Go
right.
swimming.
You're
You
in summer
can't.
school because you're
Oh
dumb.
man, how now 6 weeks? What is it? Because I mean, it wrecks the whole summer.
Yeah,
How long? Were you
no,
there?
I think it was like a month or something
Oh,
like that.
that's a summer that's.
And that was disappointing.
I guess so.
That was.
You finally get out of
I did-
school, and your friends are going, what took you so long?
I got out, and I
Waiting on-
still didn't know the point of algebra. but I know there is a point.
Yes.
Like,
Yes,
we
staying
have
out
to
of,
have
staying out of summer school.
we have
That's
to have
the point.
bridges,
Yes.
roads, and things like that. I
Rockets.
understand that.
Somebody wants
All
to
right.
build a rocket.
I'll tell you what. Let's do. Let's take our time out early, and then we'll come back. We'll do an algebra problem, and then we'll get back to our callers. How about that?
And I'm going to maintain
Reset
how
our
awesome
questions.
teachers are. I'm going to stay over on this side. Tim's going to say, "Don't take a
How'd you say-
broad brush. Don't say all teachers are
Don't
great." Because
Painting with too broad a brush.
we're gonna we're gonna take a short time out, and
And we do thank all of you good. That's from the 50s, that show.
Rawhide.
That was Clint Eastwood got his start on that show. Black and white, Rawhide.
Was that the first TV Western?
I don't know. I don't
TV
think so.
Western, not movies, but
Yeah.
TV.
I
One
don't
of my
know.
favorite
think so.
episodes, they were like roping cattle, branding, and they came after Clint Eastwood with their brand, and he said, "Go ahead, make my day."
I
Or I
thought,
might have a couple shows mixed up.
he, thought he
together.
said, "I'll be back."
Yeah.
That wasn't him.
No, that
No.
wasn't it.
Oh,
That was Arnold.
oh, okay.
Arnold.
Or neighbor.
Well, yeah.
You seen that commercial with State Farm?
Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's pretty clever.
Say it's neighbor.
It's neighbor.
I said it, neighbor.
I said
Neighbor.
neighbor.
All right, Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Tim, Ed, and JJ. This is called Learning University.
Yes.
Um, try that one more
I
time.
was thinking
Three.
about hockey.
1 and 2 and 3. Learning
Learning
University.
University.
It is. It is Arnold Schwarzenegger version right there. And we're going to repeat our questions that have heretofore gone unanswered, and we're going to get back to the phone. So go ahead, Ed.
All right. In what National Hockey League city do the fans throw octopuses or octopi on the ice when their team wins a playoff game?
Wow.
That seems a little radical.
Yeah. And who do you take them?
Well, and
Put 'em
here-
in your
no,
backpack?
no, they'll have to come up there and scoop them up. But man, what if the guy behind you doesn't have a very good arm? You know,
Or the guy 3 rows back.
3 rows back and hits you in the head.
But you
with
got to
one.
win a playoff tournament.
Have to a game when they win a game a home game. Second,
That's a really obscure sports question. You dug deep for that.
Apparently, they're not. The security's not that tight. They're not.
I mean, it's
checking
challenging. I'm not putting.
no,
I'm
I'm
not
going to
those
say I've already
coolers.
got someone I know has sent
knows
an
it?
answer.
Okay.
They're not checking those coolers or backpacks very closely. They're letting you come in with a
octopuses.
Yeah.
But it's good for the octopus business.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
I'm
well,
is.
just
you
going to
got that
say.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Second question: the American game of baseball is the national sport of Japan. Is that true or false? And I will add a sporting question.
Mm-hmm.
What sporting event is held every Memorial Day? What sporting event is held every Memorial Day? That's what I've got.
Good. Here's my first question. What U.S. president was known as the father of the Constitution? Yes, I thought it was Thomas Jefferson, too, but it's not. What U.S. president was known as the father of the Constitution? Second question. Kelvin, Pratt, and Windsor are types of what? Kelvin, Pratt, and Windsor
I had to go by there and get my tax return.
are types of what?
Kelvin, Pratt, and Windsor.
Third question. The word chimichanga is Spanish for thingamajig. The word chimichanga is Spanish for thingamajig. Is that true or false?
I dated a girl in high school named Chimichanga.
Chimichanga.
Yeah.
And
She was sweet.
How'd
She was
that
very-
go?
She was very sweet.
On one date?
It didn't. It ended after one date.
What movie did y'all go see?
See, now you got me. I should have come up with
All
something.
right.
I should have had a whole stream of things going, but I just tossed it out there
Jimmy,
like it sitting there like an
Jimmy.
octopus.
Chimmy, your date's here.
So now I can't believe I'm saying
Is this the chunk of home? Yes, it is. Okay,
Is this the
I'm here to
chunk
pick
of
up
home?
Chimmy.
Now, see, I should have. That's excellent,
That is good.
Mr. Changa. Just want you to know I'll have your daughter home by 11.
11. Better be
Yeah.
10. Better wipe that smile off your face. Tagliano or whatever your last name is.
All right, so my questions are as follows.
Chimmy.
You did yours right?
Jimmy.
Yes.
Dave.
Okay, my questions are as follows. What are the Masters golf tournament is taking place this week, and
That explains that green jacket you've been wearing every day.
a wannabe winner. So there are only 3 people in the history of golf that have won the Masters 4 times or more. Who are they? And everybody knows these names. Okay, this is not an obscure question. Number 2. All right, pay close attention to this question. What is a common saying or a common expression that uses something farmers do to express taking advantage of opportunity? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I tell you what, if somebody can get that one and
It's kind of a riddle.
It's kind of a riddle. If somebody can get that one, we'll send them an AFR stainless steel travel mug because that's not easy. It's not real hard, but it's not easy. Number 3 question I have. All right, so the 3 largest states, I think everybody knows, by land mass are Alaska, Texas, and California. What is the 4th largest state by land mass? I want to know the answer to that. All right, let's
That's a good
go.
question. All right, let's go to Virginia, and Mark is on the line. Mark, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello, professors.
Hey, brother Mark, where are you calling from?
Near to Richmond.
Yes, sir. Well, listen, thanks for calling. I don't hear any birds.
Oh, they're taking an eating break right now.
Well,
An
now
eating break.
Now they've stepped away from the
television.
That's from the table, from the buffet. Hey, we're hearing a little bit of an echo, so you might want to turn the radio down just a little bit, Mark.
Okay.
Ask, answer, or do both, sir.
I hear them now.
Both, please.
Which one you want to answer?
The one about the president and the Constitution.
Here's the question. What U.S. president was known as the father of the Constitution?
James Madison.
James Madison.
Which is not too far from you, right, where he lived?
Right.
There's a James Madison University. That's not in Roanoke, is it? What is that?
Well, I know that he was, I don't remember what town that's in, but I know that he was sent to the Constitutional Convention from Orange, Virginia.
Gotcha.
Or something like that.
There's the deal. People thought for the longest time that Thomas Jefferson was the constitutional one. And then when James's wife, Dolly, started making them little cakes and bringing them to the meetings, they said, we're going to credit James Madison for that because them Dolly Madison cakes are really good. She shows up every time with them.
She comes through.
Yeah. Hey, what's your question for us, Mark?
Harrisonburg.
Yes, I've been through there. Harrisonburg's where James Madison University is, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, my friend.
Okay, so last week, Professor Wildman was talking about how he was a fan of the Take Me Home Country Roads song.
Yes.
And so
John Denver.
my question for you is, which Studio Ghibli movie features that song?
The John Denver hit Take Me Home Country Roads?
Yes.
Country Roads Take Me Home.
Studio. What was that little thing you said, though? There.
Studio Ghibli.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
It's like a dish in Louisiana.
I think it's thingamajig in Spanish.
Well,
Studio Ghibli.
isn't that thing that you kind of sometimes pull out of turkeys? People eat they eat the Studio Ghibli. Some people really like that.
Well,
Hey,
you're going to have to
you better tell us.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure what you're talking about there.
But tell us the movie.
Yeah.
What's the answer?
Okay, so the answer is Whisper of the Heart.
Yeah. Whisper of the Heart, starring who?
Well, it's a cartoon.
Oh.
Well, it still
hence
has a
the
star.
Studio Ghibli.
Like a
Well, Studio Ghibli is the animation studio that Hayao Miyazaki was one of the founders of.
He's still alive? Is
Yes.
he still alive? Because I hadn't heard from him
Yes.
in years. Well, no, we went to high school together back. Gosh, that's been 78, and then he moved away.
Well, in fact,
And I
he
never heard
started dating Chimichanga after we broke up. So
They did.
yeah.
It's
It's a small world.
What a
Really
career!
is.
I never
Hey,
knew.
Mark, thanks. Have a great weekend. Take care of those birds.
Yeah, a bird man,
Yep.
A real one.
a real bird
Not
man.
even from Alcatraz.
Now, what he told us before what the deal was with that. Doesn't he have a bird sanctuary in his backyard or something?
No, he just raises, I think, budgies.
Uh-huh.
They're kind of like parakeets.
Budgies.
Budgies. I think it's another name for parakeets.
It's
I
like
think
having
that's what he said.
cats. He spends a lot of time going to the park, and he brought birdseed with him, and they follow him home. You feed a cat, you put out food one
Right.
time,
Yeah.
it's all over.
It's
So
over.
the birds, the word gets around.
They talk to each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Why do you
bud-
think they got carrier pigeons? They know how to communicate.
Duly
They go to
noted,
Mark's
JJ.
house.
You know, it's
Very
funny
good
you
point.
mentioned that about the cat because my wife and my daughter conspired against me.
Sure they did.
So there was a feral cat, and of course once you start naming them, I know I'm done for.
Yeah, you shouldn't have named it Feral.
didn't.
Because that's an insult right there.
He's a tomcat.
Yeah.
And so they started calling him, "Hey, Tom," and then I walked out to go to work one day, and there was a bowl of food out there, and that cat hasn't left since. Well, he goes and wanders off, but then he comes back.
Did he come over the southern border? Because
just as likely.
start giving freebies. They come by
Yeah,
the
well,
millions.
that's exactly. It's cat nature. That's what happens.
All right.
All right.
So
Sorry to bring that up, but I am a little
it's
bitter.
Okay. You're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio, also known as Learning
Learning
University,
University.
and we
I
are
was right on it. That
we are the professors here at this fine institution of higher education. And Ed, you haven't given our mission statement.
it is.
Basically, our charter.
We exist to make our students betterer, smarter, and awesomer.
and awesomer.
And that's
One
our,
question
like
at a
our
time.
mission statement.
JJ said
Your
what?
IQ will raise one question at a time.
Right.
It's on our
Right.
brochure. You don't
Right.
believe it.
IQ
It's in
will
Latin,
raise.
so
You
you
don't-
have to be pretty smart to even be able to know what it's
You
saying.
don't believe it. It's on our brochure.
on
All
our
you have to do is
brochure.
read it.
Huh?
If you don't believe
So
it,
it will be on our website, but we haven't got that finished yet. It's not up. Yeah, we started that a couple years ago, but
yeah, just a couple.
And the tryouts for our football team,
yeah.
we're going to have to postpone that because of the total solar eclipse.
Clip.
Our website would be up, but we had a little glitch, so
Yes.
not really sure.
Back to the phone.
All right, let's go to Oklahoma.
Go to
And
the phones.
Dean is on the line. Dean, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Well, good morning, professors.
Howdy, Dean.
Hey,
How are you?
Pretty good. Where you live in Oklahoma?
Wolf, Oklahoma.
Okay.
That's a cool name for
It
a
is.
town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you've made it in, but you made it on the show before, hadn't you, Dean?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Listen to you guys every day.
Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it very much.
Twice on Fridays.
There
Right,
you go.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I like the way you think.
Twice on Fridays.
Ask, answer, or
Yeah.
do both. Dean, you know the drill.
Yeah, and I finally want to do both.
All right, which one you want to answer? Let's start there.
Okay, the Kelvin
Yeah, here's the
and
question.
Windsor.
Yeah,
Here's the question. Kelvin, Pratt, and Windsor are types of what?
Tie knots.
Tie
Oh,
knots.
yeah.
Like a half
Windsor.
Windsor.
Yeah.
Now, this could throw some people off because Windsor is a Ford motor, Pratt and Whitney airplane
Yeah.
motor, but it does sound more like a law firm than anything.
Yes.
But these are common ways to tie a knot. A Kelvin knot, a Pratt knot, or a Windsor. Most everybody we know here in our part of the country, you tie a half Windsor.
Yeah.
So that's what we generally, the triangle knot, that's a Windsor.
Half
Yeah.
Windsor.
Hey, how did you know that, Dean?
Sounds like a drink.
Google.
Margarita
I
and a half
Googled it.
Windsor.
Hey, I Googled
An
it.
umbrella in it.
I Googled it to make sure that my little trivia question thing was telling me right.
Yeah.
And when I Googled, what is Kelvin, Pratt, and Windsor, it said law firm was the first thing it
Really?
said. Are you wanting names for a law firm and then something?
Oh.
And then it said ties, and I laughed out loud because I was already thinking that we'd probably milk that and have some fun with it. Hey, way to go, Dean. What's your question for us?
Okay. What is Superman's real name?
Don't say anything, Dean. We're gonna answer this.
So it's not going to be Clark Kent.
No,
That's,
it's,
gonna be his.
Is it
Superman.
Jor-El?
That's right, because he had it written on his thing with the.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the name he got from his when he came
Parents.
in to love the planet?
Landed,
Yeah.
and there was a capsule, there was a box of Pampers, and then it had a little note saying what his real name was, and to stay away, don't feed him kryptonite.
I don't think I've got the first part of that right. I don't think it's Jor-El. I think that might have been
No, I
his
think
father.
you're right. I think
I'm gonna
it's-
go Chimichanga.
I'm going to go with Jor-El because I can't think of anything else.
Jor-El, because I think you're in the ballpark, and I know
Okay, Kal-El.
Cal-El.
All right.
and
I got a little bit of help there.
And a little thing that said, don't use a passy that's got even a little bit of kryptonite on there because it's not going to end well.
Dr. Robert Youngblood is our call screener today, and so. But I did get Jor-El's his dad,
You
right?
had the-
Okay.
oh, good.
So Kal-El, Dean, how's that?
That's right. That's
Okay.
right.
All right, we used
Hey,
a lifeline.
I just want to say one thing, and it's been stuck with me since Joe gave his address a while back. The first thing he said, which I wish he'd have stuck to it, was, "If I was a smart man, I'd leave now."
You talking about Biden?
Yes.
He said that?
His opening remark when he gave his State of the Union address was, "If I was a smart man, I'd leave now."
And he didn't. He didn't leave.
That proved everything. Yes.
They need to run that. They need to use that on all their commercials.
Yeah.
Ones trying to,
All right. All right. Thank you, Dean. Appreciate it. Good to hear from you there in Oklahoma. You're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Thanks for listening. If you want to, we do have this show available in podcast. So if you want to listen to past Trivia Friday shows, we've got a year or two's worth up at our website, right, Brent? So you can check that out. If you're traveling, you're bored, you want to have something to listen to, we have past trivia shows posted there on our podcast. Just go to afr.net, click on podcast, and then you'll see the banner for Trivia Friday. So check that out. Tim, Ed, and JJ, thanks for listening. Go back to the phones. Let's go back to the phones.
All right, we go to Kansas, and Michael is on the line. Michael, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hi, I want to answer about the octopus one.
All right, here's the question, Michael. In what National Hockey League city do fans throw octopuses on the ice when their team wins a playoff game? What say you?
Detroit Red Wings.
That is right. The Detroit Red Wings.
Nicely done, Michael.
How'd you know that, Michael?
I look it up.
Oh,
okay.
Have you ever been to a game where they've done that?
No.
Yeah,
a friend of mine, John, who is an avid listener to AFR, he texted. He knew the answer, but he told me, I didn't know this. He said in Nashville, they'll throw catfish on the ice, and I think that's. I don't think he was kidding. So,
are you serious?
That's going to get messy either way you look at it.
Like fried or?
I don't know. I'm going to look this up after. I'll look that up after the show's over.
Here's the deal: the Zamboni man, he don't care so much about the catfish, but cleaning that slaw up and all them hush puppies, that gets to be a mess. That ain't fair for them Zamboni drivers.
All right, Michael, what you got a question for us?
Yeah, this is still a sport question. Okay, the football player O.J. Simpson, which movie he is in is about black slavery?
It's about not air. He was in that comedy Airplane.
It's about what?
Black slavery.
You mean like Roots?
Oh, so he must have been in Roots.
Yep.
So Juice was in Roots.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Are you serious?
Huh.
O.J. Simpson was in the movie Roots?
The old movie.
That was back in the 70s.
That's interesting. Hey,
Yeah,
Michael, thank you for
Roots
listening
was,
there in Kansas. God bless you. Have a great weekend.
Roots was in the mid-70s.
It's a miniseries.
76, 75,
That was
70.
powerful. It was by Haley.
LeVar,
Alex
Haley was the
wrote
author.
the book.
LeVar Burton was the star. He
Right.
was Kuna Kinte or something like that.
Kunta Kinte.
Kinte. I mean, it was a true story about
Yes.
a slave from Africa but I don't remember O.J. He must have had a minor role in it if he did it at all.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, let's repeat our questions, guys, real quick.
All right. All mine are sports questions, at least for right now. The American game of baseball is the national sport of Japan. Is that true or false? What sporting event is held every Memorial Day? And I will add one. What is the signature food dish served at Wimbledon? What is the signature food dish served at Wimbledon?
Here's what I've got. First question, true or false? The word chimichanga, a deep-fried burrito common in southwestern cuisine. The word chimichanga is Spanish for thingamajig. Is that true or false? Second question I'll add. Now, I don't expect people to know this, but you got a 1 out of 3 chance. This is multiple choice, and we promised you'll learn things on Learning University. Here's the question, multiple choice. On average, how often do your taste buds regenerate? A, 10 days, B, 30 days, or C, 90 days? How long does it take for your taste buds to regenerate? 10 days, 30 days, or 90 days? And then I'll add one more. What was the name of Rhett and Scarlett's daughter in Gone with the Wind? What was the name of Rhett and Scarlett's daughter in Gone with the Wind?
I think we just need to worry about that tomorrow.
Hey, that was well played.
I see
that
what
was
you did there.
really
See what
good.
it did there?
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
It's rare for me. Okay, so O.J. Simpson, I looked this up, did play the role as an African tribesman, Katie Touré, on the set of Roots. So, but I just don't remember. Well, that's been. I only saw it one time. That's been a long, long time ago. Chuck Connors was in that.
That was
too,
a
wasn't he?
huge hit.
Yeah.
Chuck Connors did everything.
Yeah.
If Kevin Bacon hadn't stole the spotlight, Chuck Connors would have been the one you could have connected everything.
He'll be remembered today.
Six.
as a-
What do they
Waters-
call that? 6.
6 degrees.
6 degrees.
Yeah, he was a professional baseball player, professional basketball player. He was a professional water skier, and he was the rifleman.
Yeah.
All right, my questions are as follows. I need the name of the 3 golfers in history that have won the Masters tournament 4 times or more. There's only 3 people that have done that. The Masters tournament going on right now in Augusta, Georgia. Number 2, if you can get this, we're going to send you a travel mug, AFR stainless steel travel mug. Here's the question. What is a common saying that uses something farmers do to express taking advantage of opportunity? Sort of a riddle, as you say, Ed.
Yeah.
But the question, you understand the question, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Old Testament question. Samson, when they stole that riddle, he said, "You wouldn't have got the answer to that riddle if you hadn't plowed with my heifer." That was his words. That's in the Bible.
That
Yeah.
was Mick Jagger sang about that back late 60s.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it was you should play that record backwards, though. If you want to,
Or
huh?
don't.
Oh,
or
I'm not-
don't.
I'm
If you
not
better-
playing
I would
record
do it.
backwards.
Play it record backwards
that-
about the
that-
heifers.
That backward
It's
masking
disturbing.
is scary.
That's
Very
right.
disturbing. So anyway, where were we? Everybody knows that Alaska, Texas, and California are the 3 largest states by land mass.
I think you assumed a lot saying everybody knows that.
Okay.
That was news
So
to
I thought
me.
we all had good teachers.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
Um,
hey, that boomerang just came back on me.
So number 4, I want the 4th largest state by land mass. What is the answer to that question?
That's
All
a
right,
really good question.
I've got mine. I've had none answered, so I'm starting to
Question
feel like
yourself?
I'm just
No,
not
you're
a
doing
part
a
of the
good
show.
No, you're doing a good job.
Okay.
Those are medium hard. It just
Yeah.
people haven't landed on it yet.
All right, we go to Tennessee, and Amy is on the line. Amy, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Good morning.
Hey, Amy, where do you live in Tennessee?
Well, I live in Rutherford, but I actually work in Milan.
Okay.
I'm a mail carrier in Milan.
Milan, Tennessee, just north of Memphis, right?
Yeah, about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah.
Jackson Milan. That was
Oh,
our
Jackson,
very-
Milan.
yeah, our
Oh,
very
north of
first-
Jackson. Yeah, Milan. Yeah.
our
Okay.
very
North of
first-
Jackson.
I was thinking of where's the base in Millington? Millington, just north of Memphis.
Yeah.
Where there's their military commissary and all that. Because my uncle, long time ago, he was in the Navy in World War II. He's deceased now, but they lived in North Memphis so they could go to the commissary in Millington on the Navy base, I think, Army base, naval. Anyway, so that's what came to my mind.
Yeah.
That's that and chimichanga. Was, on
Ask,
my mind.
answer, or do both, Amy.
I'd like to do both.
Which one you want to answer?
Actually, the chimichanga.
Oh, okay. Here it is. It's true or false. Here's the question. The word chimichanga, a deep-fried burrito common in southwestern cuisine, is Spanish for thingamajig. Is that true or false?
I'm going to go with false.
It is 100% true.
What?
I'm reading it.
Oh, wow.
I'm reading it right here. The word chimichanga, deep fried burrito that is common in both Tex-Mex and other southwestern U.S. cuisine, is Spanish for thingamajig. So they've got their version of the Hebrew word for manna. You know, the word manna,
what is it?
the Hebrew word is what is it? And here they had this chimichanga thrown together. Now they said, what is that? Well, I just want to order that thingamajig.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? You guys both thought it was false.
Are you putting us on?
No, look
You're
at
pulling
this.
our leg.
I'm
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to make a
Okay.
confession here. I thought, wow, JJ's going to have to step up his game. No way that's true. Usually I
Right.
go, I can't
You're
tell.
usually on the fence. You go,
Yeah.
that's so bizarre. It could be true, but
Yeah.
like, there's no
Say,
way.
no
It's
way that's
Spanish
true.
Thingamajig.
Amy, can you hold on? We got to take a break.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, hold on. And Amy in Milan, Tennessee, we will go back to her after this break. And, you know,
from Milan, Tennessee.
Was it Al Wilson?
No.
He was from Jackson, Tennessee, but I don't know if he played for the Titans. When was this?
2014. I think he went on to play for the Jets.
Played in the NFL. What was his first name?
Oh, well, that's what I'm looking for.
All right, well, then just tell us his last name.
Good, Tim.
No. Okay, I'll give you his first name, Avery.
Avery, okay. From Milan, Tennessee, played in the NFL. You're going to have to help us out. Go ahead.
I don't know the answer to that.
Go ahead. What's the answer?
His family lives on my mail route, so I'm lucky enough to run into him on occasion.
Wow.
Avery Williamson.
Okay. Is he still active in the NFL or?
No, he actually does camps here in town with a lot of the youth, and he's a really great guy.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
It's awesome. You know, today so many athletes, especially pro athletes,
make bad choices.
Yeah, get in the news for the wrong reasons. It's
Right.
good to hear that. Absolutely. Thank you, Amy. You take care, and appreciate all our mail carriers.
Hey, after Amy did that, Ed, will you read what I have underlined there?
Oh, this is always dangerous.
No, you can trust me. Our other Brent printed this out for me when I was walking down the hall.
All right. Monica Flynn, the founder of the Tucson, Arizona restaurant El Charro, accidentally dropped a burrito into the deep fat fryer in the early 1950s.
You're not supposed to say fat. you need to use another word.
I'm not fat shaming, though.
Use another word.
The deep fryer. How's that?
Thank you.
All right.
It's hurtful.
She exclaimed chimichanga, a Spanish equivalent of thingamajig. Knowledge and appreciation of the dish spread slowly outward from the Tucson area, with popularity elsewhere accelerating in recent decades. Wow.
Isn't that something?
True.
And it says something about 1922. She was the founder of that restaurant, established in 1922, and then that happened in the 1950s. Yeah.
Wow.
Just by mistake.
A lot of things were by mistake. The microwave.
Joe Biden.
Oh.
There's just some things that have been by mistake. And
Tim passing algebra.
Yeah. No, I think failing algebra was a mistake.
I think silly putty was a accidental thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Trivia Friday rolls on. Who's the next, Ed?
I was also going to say those Reese's cups, because somebody accidentally, dropped chocolate in their peanut butter. You remember the commercial? They wouldn't lie about that.
No, that's a documentary.
Yeah.
It's more than a commercial.
You got peanut butter on my chocolate. No, you got chocolate on my peanut butter. And thus we had Reese's
rest is history.
Cups. Yeah, rest is history.
All right.
You're not too impressed with that, huh? All right, Tennessee.
Just believe anything you hear once you
and
Abraham Lincoln said you can trust the internet.
Yeah, that's just Captain Gullible over here.
Captain Gullible. That's me, Captain Gullible. Hey, Danny, do you really live in Tennessee?
You killed it at this point.
Challenging our listeners.
Welcome to Trivia Friday, Danny. I believe you.
This is Trust But Verify Vitagliano sitting beside me.
Welcome, Danny.
Actually, I live in Olive Branch, Mississippi.
I knew it.
All right.
Should never have believed this computer.
Danny, here's the church name for you. I know you know the church. Emmanuel Baptist Church. Dr. May.
Got a neighbor that goes there. Great church.
Great church. My daughter Maddie is the children's director there. She's a senior at Blue Mountain Christian University, but also a children's director at a wonderful church, Emmanuel Baptist Church, Dr. Stan May. And they're the ones that came up with a study Bible, that chronological study Bible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey,
I've got one.
You have one?
I have one. Yes, my neighbor is a member there at that church, and I've been there for a few functions from time to time. And we actually had a neighborhood watch meeting there at the church because it was a nice facility to use. It was 5 minutes away from our neighborhood, and we went there and had our nice meeting there. And Brother Stan was just very cordial and just a great guy to be around.
Yeah, he and his wife, Iva, they were missionaries. He's a professor at Blue Mountain Christian University. Wonderful people. Hey, Danny, ask, answer, or do both?
I would like to do both.
Which one do you want to answer?
I would like to answer one of Tim's questions.
Thank you.
So left out today.
Thank you, Danny. Which one do you want to give a shot? Give a shot.
I'd like the bonus question with the mug. Hopefully I get it right about the farmer question, the common saying.
Okay, here, let me repeat it for those who just tuned in, and then Danny's going to answer it for us. Question for a AFR stainless steel travel mug is this. What is a common saying that uses something farmers do to express taking advantage of opportunity? And the answer is what, Danny?
Making hay while the sun shines.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
right. Making hay while the sun shines. Did you guys know that?
I did not.
I was thinking pulling the wool over somebody's eyes.
No.
I'd be more shepherds
But you
instead
got
of
it.
farmers.
You got it right, brother. It's
Wonderful.
Yes, making hay while the sun shines. That's the answer to the question.
Danny, did you do some farming growing up? Or are you from a farming family?
Actually, from a farming family, Daddy used to say that a lot. He was a sharecropper in Arkansas years and years and years ago.
Yep,
So
I've
he'd
heard
always
that.
talk about making hay while the sun shines.
shines.
Hey, Danny, I know you got a question for us, but just make sure when we're through on the air, do not hang up. We'll put you on hold. Dr. Robert Youngblood will get your information so we can send you a travel
We
mug.
won't violate any HIPAA laws.
Wonderful.
No
There
HIPAA
you
laws
go.
will be
That's right.
violated.
Yeah.
All right, what's your question for us, Danny?
Okay, I know you guys have listened for a long time. This is my first time calling in. I know you have a lot of questions about the Andy Griffith Show. Here's one maybe I've never heard on there. Hopefully someone's never asked it before. What were the names of the two ladies that never actually appeared on the show?
Okay, so
Mystery. Ed would be the best one for this.
Well, Brother Bert.
it was. I know the operator.
That's one.
What was her name though?
Yeah, because you can hear Andy always saying whatever her name was,
I
Stella or whoever, you know.
I can't remember. I just can't remember.
Sarah?
Her name. Uh-huh.
Was it Sarah?
And yes, that was it. Sarah was the operator. She never appeared on the show. And then the other one was Barney's sometime girlfriend. He wrote a poem about her one time. What was her name?
To Ruth Buzzy.
No. You mean the one he wrote? He said the pain in my heart bespeaks the love of my. I forget how it was worded.
See, we told you Ed was going to know.
But I don't know if that's.
That's like Shakespeare.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of this is a little fuzzy. I haven't watched the show in a while. Am I on the right track with that? It was something to do with the.
I'm not sure on the poem part, but he was only talking to her on the phone, and randomly, Andy and Barney would bring up.
She was at the. She worked at the diner.
Yes.
She worked at the diner, and I can't recall her name.
Alice.
No, Alice's restaurant.
What's the name, Danny?
Juanita.
Well, let me tell you, I don't want to, because I'm like Tim. I watched one of those behind the scenes, and this is going to be disappointing to you. The reason why you never saw Sarah or Juanita. AI generated.
Yeah,
back in the day?
Yes, it weren't real.
Early
on?
on?
AI, it was an AI generated thing, so that's why they weren't really there early.
Because I remember Barney singing. He was singing something to her with his back turned to the door.
Yes.
And Andy walked in and he was Juanita, and it was some corny song, and Andy caught him doing it. It was pretty funny.
All right, thank you, brother.
Hey, Danny, stay on the phone. Congratulations on winning that mug. Great job.
Yeah.
We need to give the phone number again.
I think so.
What happened to all our callers?
Abandoned us.
Yeah, we
I mentioned AI one time, and they turned on us.
You're right, JJ. We have Joe from Texas on there.
We got Joe from Texas. I don't know what happened to everyone else, but hey, Joe, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Solar eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
Solar eclipse,
glad to be here.
Or the cicadas.
Hey, Joe, thanks for calling, buddy. Where do you live? In Texas?
Live in Frisco.
Okay. Well, listen.
Yeah, first-time caller, too. I've been listening to y'all for years.
Oh, great.
Oh, bless your heart, and thanks for calling.
What's awesome is I have my own automotive shop, and I plan my jobs each day based on
each show. So like from 8 to 9, 9 to 10, that's how I plan all my days is by the shows.
Well, hey,
all right.
you're honored.
Yeah, that
You're
means
honored.
a lot. Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah.
just for saying that, we're going to send you a stainless steel AFR travel mug.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was going to say, my neighbors came over one day and said, Joe, you sure are playing your speaker loud. We can hear you all over the complex. I said, great. Everybody needs to hear this stuff.
Hey, Joe, stay
Yeah.
on the line after we,
Yeah.
after you ask and answer.
Joe.
Make sure and stay on the line so we can get your address and send this to you. And sincerely,
Cool.
thank you for your
What-
love for AFA and AFR.
Joe, one request I would make when you get the travel mug, take a picture of yourself balancing it on your head.
Oh, sure. I'll do that.
And just send it to our email.
Or just email it to random people. That
There you
make their
go.
day.
I will actually do that for you.
All right.
I'll do it in the middle of my stop.
We should actually start asking people to do that. And we could have a wall of pictures with people balancing the.
We can make that happen. All right, go ahead, Joe. Ask, answer both.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question in a minute, but it's going to be one of my own. So I don't know if you'll know the answer, but I want to answer who had the one about the turkey?
That was
that one's been answered. You talking about what sport is accomplishing a turkey considered a good thing?
Oh, that one was answered. I guess I missed that part.
Do you know what's the answer?
Oh, because I used to do this when I was younger. I was a YBA bowler. It's in bowling.
Okay. Yes.
Wow.
So you would have had
Have you ever had one? A turkey?
Oh, yeah. I had numerous. I used to carry a 200 average when I was competing all over Central California when I lived there, and luckily I got out.
What?
That's some serious average right there.
Luckily, you got out. Like, is that controlled by the mafia or something?
California. Luckily, you got out of California.
Oh, California.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
yeah.
a YBA bowler. Competed all over Central California when I was
got
a
you.
teenager.
Wow, that's impressive.
Oh, Central California, there's some sane people there, right?
There's a couple. I think the rest of us left.
And Dwight Yoakam and.
Well, unfortunately, I don't remember the other questions, so I probably don't know
listen,
the answer.
no. Just hold on, Joe.
I got multiple choice.
We
What have you got,
need
Tim?
to repeat our questions for the last time
that's
anyway.
right. You
Okay.
might hear
So
one.
the last time today on this show, we'll repeat our questions, and Joe, just hold your choice until we finish. Go ahead.
No, we can say hold your horses. He's in Texas.
yeah.
You'll know.
All right. Here are my three, and the first one's a true false. So you may want to latch on to this one, Joe. But the American game of baseball is the national sport of Japan. Is that true or false? Second question, what sporting event is held every Memorial Day? And third question, what is the signature food dish served at Wimbledon? That's what I've got.
Here's what I've got. Now, this is multiple choice, so you got a 1 out of 3 chance. On average, how often do your taste buds regenerate? Is it 10 days, 30 days, or 90 days? On average, how often do your taste buds regenerate? Days. 10 days, 30 days, or 90 days.
You could have a chimichanga and never really taste it.
Oh, back in
I mean,
the
if you do
winter
that,
when
huh?
you had the hot chocolate and you didn't realize they left it in the micro, and you were like, ouch, 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 and you said, man, I've scalded my tongue.
Does that kill?
All you got to wait is 10 days or 30 days or 90 days. It's one of those.
Oh, okay.
Then the next question, what was the name of Rhett and Scarlett's daughter in the movie Gone with the Wind, or I guess the book or the movie? Tim?
My question, I have 2 questions left. Alaska, Texas, and California are the 3 largest states by land mass. What's the next state? What's the 4th largest state by land mass in the U.S.? My other question is, only 3 golfers have ever won the Masters tournament 4 times or more. And they're all very famous people. Who are the 3 golfers? Okay, go ahead. Which one do you want to answer, Joe?
Best one I'm going to have a chance is the Japan question with baseball, because the rest of them I know I don't know.
All right. The American game of baseball is the national sport of Japan. Joe, is that true or false?
I would say true, because I know a lot of Japanese do play baseball.
Yes.
A lot of Japanese do play it, but it is not the national sport.
Sumo wrestling?
Sumo wrestling.
No, it's
Sumo.
not.
Sumo wrestling.
Is it really?
Is the national sport of Japan.
Wow.
I forgot about that.
That explains a lot.
That's a unusual sport, to say the least.
Yes, it is.
Huh?
I'll watch it
Dude,
for the
you're
wardrobe.
Not, you're not big enough. I was going to say the other one,
Yeah.
but
You
gonna
better hope the boys don't start playing the girls in that one.
none of that transgender nonsense over there.
Now, this is a little known fact. I don't know much about sumo wrestling, but the ones that won it the whole thing, the Super Bowl, the World Series of the sumo thing, the ones that handle their money, it's the Kelvin Pratt and Windsor. They take their investment.
Investment
oh
firm?
yeah, they're not going to squander that money.
That Bitcoin.
All right, Joe, what's your question for us?
So good.
Well, it has to do with the business I'm in, and it is one of the most common questions we get. So you have a random choice of getting this one right. What's the most common question most shops, especially mine, get when people call in with a problem for their car?
Okay, so you're a mechanic, is that right? A mechanic shop?
I have my own automotive shop here in Frisco.
I know the most common expression probably is, it's making a sound.
Making this noise. Yeah.
Making a noise. I'm going to put my phone up to it.
But it won't do it when you get to the shop. It'll make it for a month, and you pull up there, and the ticking or clicking or clanking will stop.
The common phone call I get when people call in, they say, Joe, and then this question is literal. In fact, I wrote a book because of it.
Wow.
Really? Okay. What is it?
Yeah.
What's the
My
answer?
car won't start.
My car won't start.
That's a good name for a book.
That
so you
is
wrote
a
a
good
book
name.
call that? What was the book about?
It's basically the most common questions that people ask mechanic shops, and it's not a do-it-yourself fix-it, but it's just a way for people to know what to ask and how to bring their car to the shop and say, hey, this is what it's doing and how to present information and questions to look for yourself. It's about to come out hopefully in the next few months. Just a little booklet.
Wow, that's good.
My car won't start by Joe.
So Joe,
you want to give your last name or not? The IRS after you.
Sure, I don't mind.
Okay, go ahead.
Trust me, I'm already known out there anyway. But Matthias, Mathias.
Okay, well we'll look for that book.
So Joe, don't get me started about what an amazing.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, don't get me started with what Ford had with the 7.3, and when they started monkeying around with the other ones, then you had to bulletproof them, spend $10,000, $15,000, and then changing the wonderful Chevy motor from 8 to 4-cylinder, and then all of a sudden, about 100,000 miles, your lifters go out, and you have to. What's
I
that?
replaced several of the. That's a 5.3 with the AFM system, and I replaced a lot of lifters in those just for that reason.
And what's that thing they say? Make sure and go and get it deleted. You have to get that delete to keep that from happening. But shame on those guys for trying to cheap out because they had great motors, and then they tried to use inferior bolts and things like with the 6.4, 6.0, and.
Are you
talking car shop with each other?
Are you showing off or are you making stuff up?
No, it's just I'm a car guy, but I don't get to talk to anybody about it. But Joe knows exactly what I'm saying.
I usually say, Joe, it's usually the Spencer valve or the flacker switch. Either one of those is usually the source of a lot of. Yeah. All right, hey.
So what was are we through with questions and answers?
Yeah, he was asking us a question. But hey, watch for Joe's book that comes out. My car won't start. What's your last name, Joe?
Matthias.
Matthias.
So you just call you up on the phone at your shop, and that's the first thing they say?
My car won't start.
That's the number one question. In fact, I got tired. I got so, not to say tired, but it happened so often that I finally decided, you know what? Because I had to do the same explanation to everybody and the same questions all the time. So I came up with this little book for people to look at and go, well, let me try this first. They want to have their car towed to me. Instead of spending $150 to have it towed, I said, look, go buy a $3 battery terminal cleaner, and about half the time it's just a battery terminal that's dirty. So they fix it
out of gas. Yeah,
I would say I would just leave a message on the voice recorder. You know, if you're calling to say your car doesn't start, I'd just go to Google.
Yeah, but he needs the business though.
Otherwise, stay on the phone.
You know what my mechanic always tells me when I call and say that? He says, just reboot it.
Reboot it.
Yeah, but everybody can't afford. Everybody can't afford to drive an electric car like you did.
All right, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm going to put you on hold, so Robert can get your information, and we can send you the stainless steel travel mug.
So you're like putting Joe on the phone call rack.
Yes,
right.
That's
like
right.
He puts a car on the rack.
That's right.
Hey, that's
on hold.
good.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. So a lot of these common car problems, they've tried to cheap out, just everybody, and everybody's having the same problems with us. Hey, nothing to see here. We're not going to have a recall. and you're like, this is not a coincidence that everybody's,
Right.
newer model Chevy Suburban, the transmission's gone out, just after, 60, 70,000 miles,
Yeah.
or some of those other engines that had trouble,
Then you got the solar block thing.
Well,
You
that
mix
Solar flare.
You mix that in.
Yeah.
that's right. That's going to cause some problems, or some good things are going to happen.
I have been clueless for the last 5 minutes.
Really?
I haven't understood any of these discussions.
You haven't let it show.
No. No.
Well, here's what
Hey,
you
we're
can't- yeah.
about out of time. Let's go.
Yeah, boys.
Okay, you want one more call?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, we go to
Bring
Indiana.
forth unto us.
Oh, Indiana, and Scott is on the line. Scott, welcome to Trivia Friday. Scott, you there?
Oh, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Hey, we're coming up to
Okay.
the end. We're coming up to the end of the program, so we're going to have to get right
Yes.
to it. You want to ask, answer, or do both?
Do both.
All right. Which question you want to try to answer?
The Wimbledon.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. What is the signature food dish served at Wimbledon, Scott?
That would be strawberries and cream.
Strawberries
Yes,
and
wow.
cream. That's
that was
right.
that was a great song in the 70s.
Was.
Yeah, it was. And Peaches and Cream sang it, didn't they?
They did.
All right, Scott. What's your
Yes,
question
sir.
for us?
Strawberry.
How much does a standard bushel of shelled corn weigh?
A standard bushel?
Yes.
We just want to say that Blanche has got a washer and a dryer for sale. A standard bushel of corn is for sale. Hog bellies are down 10 cents a pound.
On the Chicago Mercantile.
Hey, we don't know. You got 3 city boys. We don't know, but we're going to learn something on Learning University. What's the answer?
All right. It's 56 pounds.
All right, we're never going to forget that.
56.
Hey,
Joe
56
DiMaggio.
pounds.
Ed been thinking about getting a tattoo. Put on there a standard. Have them write that on your lower back. A standard bushel of corn is how much again?
A tattoo?
Yes.
56 pounds.
56 pounds.
Hey,
Sure.
And
you
you'll
know
never
how I remember
forget
that? Joe DiMaggio had a 56-game hitting streak, Scott.
So is that
That's
going to
before
hurt,
my time.
having all
Okay.
that tattooed
No.
on my
no.
lower back?
No, it's going to be, you'll be able to remember it. And mostly your wife and kids will be able to remember it, and grandkids.
Hey,
Scott, that's a great question from Indiana. Are you
Yes,
a farmer?
it is.
No, I grew up on a farm.
Okay.
56 pounds.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Sorry we got to rush off. Thanks for calling. Have a great day, my friend.
And don't ever complain about a farmer with your mouth full.
right? Absolutely. Grateful for our farmers and truckers that get us to get the food
Yeah.
to
Hey,
us.
we better give our answers.
All right. What sporting event is held every Memorial Day?
Indy 500.
Indy 500. I'm done.
Nice. How often do your taste buds regenerate? 10 days, 30 days, 90 days?
I'd say 10 days.
10.
10. And then, what was the name of Rhett and Scarlett's daughter in Gone with the Wind?
I don't know.
Bonnie.
I've never
Bonnie.
seen that movie.
Yeah, their little boy's name was Clyde.
Clyde.
That's a whole nother story.
All right, the fourth largest state after Alaska, Texas, and California,
I'm going to say Ohio.
Wyoming.
Montana.
I was going to say
I
Montana.
forgot Montana.
Montana, don't forget Montana, man.
I forgot it.
That's
Sorry.
right.
Your life will go sideways.
Sorry, folks.
3 golfers who won the Masters tournament 4 times or more.
Arnold Palmer, Tiger.
And Joe DiMaggio.
Jack Nicklaus. Arnold Palmer 4.